Hello, everybody. It's Ken Faulkner, and it's time for another video with a box. And there's some knives in there. Don't worry. Uh, you know, uh, I kind of keep it as a code thing. I don't like to say that word and get everybody all excited and attracted. I want the people who are checking out my channel. I'm trying to keep it that way in general. You know, who knows? Maybe someday it'll change. But for right now, I'm liking it, keeping it kind of small and kind of not as just sending it out into the world, if you know what I mean. So I got this box, and it's probably this different box than last time, but I just keep it over to the side and collect things over time. I like to collect. I like to collect knives, stuff, all kinds of stuff. So I collect stuff, and when the box gets full, it's time. I kind of like aim for like once a month, but I don't think, especially with Blade Show coming up. For me, coming from California, Blade Show is a big. You got to get your tickets. You got to get your hotel reservation. You got to get your airline. You got to make sure you got somebody to watch the cat. You got to make sure everything's scheduled. You got to get time off of work. I end up, usually going on Thursday and coming back on Monday. Just so I'm not rushed. I have flown back on Sunday right after the show, and it was almost a disaster. Almost lost the knife to TSA because of it, because it was a big rush. And I kind of learned my lesson. Thursday night, and if you get the early bird tickets, you can go Thursday night over to where the event is, and you can pick up your early bird ticket the night before. It saves you from standing in one line. Of course, next day, if you're not getting up the crack of dawn, and I'm not trying to be first in line to some super hyper one that everyone is after. I'm basically trying to get in, see the people that I'm used to seeing. I have a couple things in mind, but I don't need to be the first in the door. But I do stand in line, and it's a long line. Let me tell you, if you've ever seen like the videos of it, it's fun. Anyway, with all that going on, I get distracted, and it might have taken a little extra long to get this box going. I'm actually at 600, over 600 subs now. I don't know where I don't look at it all the time, but that's kind of cool. But this is just a giveaway. If I was at 501 subs, and I did my last one was a 500 sub, I'd still do it in the same amount of time. It's a little more random than that. So let's do it. Let's get through this box here. Put it up to the side. Some of the stuff you've seen already. Some of the stuff is in packages, and I haven't even seen it yet. So it's kind of a mix. I gotta find my little unboxing knife. Here it is. You've seen this guy, if you've been watching. The Scythe from Shieldon. This thing is great at opening packaging. The little claw, the little talon. Yeah, it's really good for opening up stuff. So, I gotta open it up. So when you get it, it's coming in a package that's already got a slice in it. It's kind of part of the deal. It's free to you, but probably have to take out the paperwork and stuff. Ooh, got a thank you. That's nice. So I picked this one up from Awesome Hank. So I like to try out different vendors, different people. There's a lot of people make Hanks, and I saw this one. I thought it was really, really cool. So yeah, nice packaging. It's the first time getting one from Awesome Hank. And you always want to find, sometimes you want to find this dramatic art stuff, but this one looked like really fun. So I was pretty excited about it. It's called the Slaps Handkerchief XL. So we'll see what XL means. This one comes with this little kind of lanyard thing, which is pretty cool. Got a nice little hole there. But look at the pattern. I thought that was fun. You know, there's a lot of things that are real specific, and when you're ordering your own, you can find stuff that, you know, that reflects things that you like. But then when it's something like this, where I don't know who it's going to, well, I get something kind of generic like this. But that's awesome. I think that's fun. Backside's got a nice little topographical map sort of pattern, and it is microfiber. Feels very nice. The stitching is pretty exceptional on that. Real tight. Nice. I've seen these guys around for a while, so they've been in the game. They're not like, you know, some newbie. They know how to do their stuff, and it's really cool, really nice. So definitely we'll be hitting these guys up again in the future. Let's move on to the next thing. This one, I came with one of my orders from Blade HQ, and I talked about it, so you've seen it if you watched that video. And it's just a knife roll, and I got quite a few. This is a nice one. I like the little mesh stuff here, so you can kind of see your knives. But yeah, these are handy to have, so I thought it'd be great to throw this one in. I like to mix it up. I don't like to give the same thing away every time. It seems like some of the slots are bigger, some are smaller. That's a nice big one, which is good because, you know, knives come in different sizes, right? So yeah, WE knife, and that's, you know, it's something they put out for promotion. WE Civivi Syncut, great company. It's got a nice little handle on it, so you got it full up. You can just carry it around. If you got a knife meetup and you want to bring some knives and keep them nice, you don't have enough pockets for all of them. Something like this is really cool. Or you throw it in your suitcase. I mean, when I'm going to Blade Show, I have something like this, and I'll fill it up with a couple knives. Going, because you don't want to be without knives before you get to the show, right? You got to have something. Nothing too scary to lose at TSA, because that's enough. It's bad enough to fly back after the show and have to worry about everything you bought at the show, you know, coming home. I've never had a problem, but I still worry. I don't know, you know. Life's just like that. You never know what's going to happen. But anyway, this little knife roll, pretty cool. Got another bag here, and obviously you recognize the smile. I can't help it. I can't help it because these are so convenient in the fact that the shipping is so fast. And I talk about how I get anxious on shipping. I got something coming. Don't tell, but I got something for the girlfriend coming. Shh, I don't want her to find out. It's really cool though, but it's been taking forever. Driving me nuts. So we got a through night. We got this piece of paper, which means nothing. What else we got in here? We got a Roxxon. Man, a little damage on that one. Sorry about that, guys. But I'm sure, I think that's it. We're empty in there. Nothing else. So, you know, I like to throw in stuff like a little multi-tool. I've heard about the Roxxons. You know, these giveaways, gotta be honest, these giveaways give me an opportunity to kind of check these guys out and see what they're like, see if I want to get one for myself. Nice little sliding box. That's kind of cool. Yeah, kind of cool. It's a little damaged, but that's not Roxxon's fault. It's that smiley guy's fault. Look at the cute. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my god. Look at it. It's so cute. It's so cute. So cute. Oh my gosh. That is funny. It's tiny. I mean, it's, you know, let's do should do a size comparison with things, but it's pretty small. 3.5. And it's nice. I like that. I didn't even know that was coming with it. You know, this is the kind of thing you find out when you order stuff like this. So it is a multi-tool. It's nice, little one. Not too little, but little. It's not like a big old monstrous. Ooh, great. It's got the spring. You know, scissors, like, especially with a Swiss Army knife, the scissors are the ones that I use the most. That looks like a pretty good quality pair of scissors, and it is spring loaded. Which sometimes when you're holding something and you're having a little trouble, you know, it's good to have that spring. That's really cool. Very nice. All right. Roxxon. Got this little sliding thing. I don't know exactly how that all works. It's got a little sliding thing here. Maybe a locking thing. So let's see. We got can opener, bottle opener, or cap lifter, or whatever. We got a regular Phillips. That's pretty decent size. Got a knife. Not bad. I'm sure it's no high quality steel, but I mean, for a little knife like that, I mean, especially for me, I'm always carrying a knife anyway. It's got this little fingernail thing for getting this the awl out with the little sewing eye in there. Very nice. Very nice. A little spring-loaded action on that thing. So, nice number of tools here. Let's see, is the knife locked? Look at that. Would you look at it? That's cool. And you slide this back and close the knife. So, yeah, a little locking on the knife thing. I'm not sure what's called. Ooh. Yeah, I remember seeing something like this. I think what we're dealing with here, if I can get it to pop out, I think you slide this up. You got a nice little metal. I think, is that metal? Let's see. Get a magnet to test. Oh, yeah. It's a little metal, like a toothpick thing, where you can use it for whatever you need to poke a hole in or something like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I remember seeing that. So that goes in. Make sure I do it right, not mess it up. You gotta pull that back. I think it goes this other way first. Yeah, that's how it goes. So it goes back in there, and so yeah, that's what that slide thing is, to push it out. And there isn't on this one side, but it's got a little clip thing, and you got, oh, this is like a toothpick for you if you're actually going to use it for your teeth, I guess, like a nylon or something like that. That's very much like the Swiss Army. That's not bad at all. And then another little dude here. So these little teeny tool things, and of course you got the tweezers. That's useful. I mean, I always carry an SD with me on my keys. This might be a little bit big for keys. I don't know. It depends on you. But yeah, it's got a little sticker thing. I don't know. I'm not going to mess with that. I've already opened the box. But man, that's pretty nice. I mean, it doesn't have pliers or anything like that, but very cool. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Sometimes I get these things and you're just not as happy as you thought you would be. Look at that, bit drivers. That is nice. I have to figure out where that goes. I'm guessing it's in here somewhere. You can imagine. I mean, I guess I don't really have to demonstrate everything. I'm not going to take it out. But there's a lot of little bits in here. I don't know if it has any, which bits it has. Maybe there's some documentation on it. Let me read it here. I do actually have it on the Amazon website. So it does say 13 in 1. And I'll try not to take too long. Try not to take too long. Where's the number of bits? See more details. It's probably down at the bottom. Because there's a whole bunch. 13. And where is it? Sorry, guys. Phillips screwdriver, flat screwdriver, small. So I guess that little metal thing has a flat screwdriver. That's number 9. Yeah, that was in that little toothpick looking metal looking thing. And on the other side, a small Phillips on one side of that little black piece I had, the metal piece, and the other side is a small. So that's probably for eyeglasses and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I don't see the list of. So the close size is in millimeters. That didn't help me. Yeah, it doesn't really say what's in here, but I'm just wondering if there's some Torx bits. But it is what it is. I mean, it definitely has some regular stuff. Hopefully there's some torque. It looks like there's a Torx bits there. Can't see it that well. Anyway, I'm taking too long. And I'm not going to put it all back in because I'll do that off camera. ThruNite T1 Pro. I know I have given away ThruNites before, and they've always been good. I don't have this one, so pardon me opening the package, but that's kind of part of the price you pay. Oops. Forget. Let's get the. Where's that scythe? Let me make sure I don't throw that into the package. Someone might get a bonus knife. It wouldn't be too bad though, because I would get another one. They're inexpensive. This little scythe knife, but man, it's great for that little cut like that. Try not to damage the box too much. So this is a rechargeable, but you can also use a regular battery. From what I read, I think it's a. Sorry, I probably should have prepared more. AA, but it does come with a cord. It's got the clip here, and not bad, not bad. It's not super tiny. I don't know if I would throw it on a keychain, but you could. But yeah, that's a nice little size. It probably has like a little plastic thing on there. I'm not going to go ahead and do a full review of it. Yeah, it's got the twist. Oh, there you go. You can't see it. Okay, so it's a twist on. I think it says. Well, let me see if I can find it. Sorry, guys. Again, not prepared. And even if I was prepared, I would forget. It says max 1012 lumens, which seems pretty legit to me. AA battery compatible, but it doesn't come with non-rechargeable. It comes with obviously the chargeable. I think what it said it had is that you have to take the battery out, and it has a little plug for this on the battery itself to recharge it. But yeah, little ThruNite, not a bad size. It's not going to be your most high-powered one around, but it's handy. You know, it's handy to have around. So I like that. All right, guys. So we got the flashlight with all its stuff. We got the little Roxxon with all its stuff. We got the awesome Hank, and it is awesome. And let's get on to one more little device. Look at that. That's cool. I saw this one also on this from the Smiley Place, and I thought it looked pretty cool. I like throwing these guys in. I use these. I have them on my keychain. It's called the Mighty Bar. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if it's. Well, again, we'll check. I can't remember if it. Maybe I can see, but I can't remember if it's titanium. Ooh, looks like it's titanium. Yeah, because that's definitely going to be magnetic if it's steel. The Mighty Bar. That is really cool. It's basic. It's nothing too fancy. Got a just nice little pliable thing, but thick for the size. You can throw a little lanyard on there if you want, just to have it, or put it on a key ring and put it on your keys. I like it. I think that's cool. I'm happy with that. You know, sometimes you get these things from, the Smiley Place, and it looks cool, and it doesn't come out as good. I've actually had things that I've gotten, and when it came in, I said, no, I'm not going to throw that in the giveaway. And I just like leave it somewhere. All right, so we got 2 knives as usual. I got one from my collection, and this one I actually bought at a show a long time ago and was going to give it away, and then I decided I liked it too much and I kept it. But then I ended up not really carrying it too much, because that's the downside of having so many knives, is that you end up with knives like this, which are very cool. Kaiser Infinity. Let's see what the stats are on this one. So we're talking N690 blade, leaf shape, or spear point, whatever you want to call it. Nice jimping. This is really actually a nice knife. I think it's kind of got a cool little penguin look to it. Clips, deep carry, plenty of room there. Flat screws, inset. So it's mostly inset. Looks like it may bump up. Nah, it's inset. Nice size. I mean, it's an EDC size. Fits my hand. I get all my fingers on there. No choke up point. Well, you could put your finger here. But you got that good jimping that feels good. It's Kizer. You know Kizer. Liner lock. Nice action. Front flipper. So that may be a downside for somebody. You know, when you're getting something for a giveaway, you never know who's going to get it. And some people might not be able to do the front flipper very well. I mean, you can always pinch it if you need to. But for me, who's not great with front flippers, it does go pretty well. It's pretty easy. Index. Yep, index works. I don't know about over the top. If I could do over the top, then you know it's easy. But as you can see, oh, no, I got it. I got it. It's not going to hit every time for sure. Very nice. So it's a G10, but it's nice. I like that. It kind of like makes a wood pattern sort of look to it. And two-tone G10. It's just, and it's ergonomic. You know, it's just, I have a lot of knives this size, and it ends up not. And like I said, I did originally buy it to do it as a brand new knife for a giveaway. So now it's a used knife, but you can see it's not used enough. Maybe a little mark right here. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, it looks like it has been used a few times. Let's just get a cloth. We'll wipe it off a little bit. Maybe a little alcohol. But man, it is looking pretty good. Kizer's always got good quality, right? So that's the first knife, and this is I don't know if this is the same case it came in, but it does have the Kizer cloth in there. That's it. No stickers or anything. Sorry about that. I just grabbed this out of my box of packages, and so at least it can, you know, be shipped in something that's going to protect it. And this one's the star of the show, but I've already shown this. This was donated to the channel. Very kind person that wants to be anonymous. This is the bull tusk. And we talked about if bulls have tusks, but we also talked about that it could be a bull elephant. Action is so nice. This is a great knife. Now, this one I would definitely consider getting for myself. But since it was donated, I think it's only right. You know, I had the option either way. That is just a nice grind. Nice size. I like this one a lot. I hope whoever gets it, I mean, some people don't care for a knife this big. But for a knife this big, it's not very thick this way. Deep carry, inset, reversible. Is the other one reversible? I didn't check that. It is not reversible. Okay, so this one is not. It's going to be right hand only. But this one is reversible. So if you're the person who wins it gets a left-handed or is left-handed, they are in luck. It's nice, kind of like almost like a purple. It's not like bright purple or anything. So if you're not a big fan of purple, it still looks really nice. But man, the action is good. You definitely got the flipper. So if you don't good with the middle finger flick, you got the flipper. This one does have a little finger choil, probably not a full size, but it's big enough that you can definitely hold it. And, you know, even if your hand's a little bit bigger than mine. Man, that's nice. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm sure it's plenty long enough, 24 minutes. Giveaway. So rules are Continental US. Sorry, it's kind of like a big... Oh, there's also all the stuff that comes with Civivi is in here, so it's pretty much as you would get it if you bought it new. Continental US, you have to be over 18 or have parents' permission. The usual stuff, right? Comment on this video, no special word. I'm going to do a random picker. It'll be probably next Sunday. That's normally the way it works. So next Sunday, be watching out for that video if you enter. And I usually get it out pretty quick. Usually it's like Monday or Tuesday. I ship it out UPS. I like UPS. Give you a tracking number, but you'll have to send me an email. If you can send me like a screenshot or whatever of your channel, I really have, because it's a smaller group, and most of the people that I've given them to, people I see all the time watching my videos, so it's not too big of a deal. That's a cool little thing. I like that. You may not use this, you may never use this, but I still think it's pretty cool. Yeah, so send me an email. Obviously, you should have the name that will show up on your comment on there, so I can reference it. Oh, the email. I gotta get that. Oh no, well, I'll show you the email and everything when we do the giveaway video. But anyway, I'll show it to you, and you can send me all this information and normal things, right? So anyway, exciting. I'm happy. I'll box all this stuff up and I'll have it ready for you. I mean, it is slightly open, but not used or anything like that. And you get that great Hank. That's a really fun one. I think it's a pretty exciting one. I like this giveaway. Not the biggest. It's not like Unprofessional Dad. Watch him next week on Saturday. I guess I'll be doing this one on Mother's Day on the 11th. But on the 10th, I guess 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, so that's going to be noon for me. I'm going to do at least a 3-hour, maybe longer. It's a special giveaway for Blade Walker because we already got them over 1,000, but we're trying to push for more, so go ahead and sub to Blade Walker. I've talked about that before. But man, that's going to be an amazing giveaway. It's going to be epic. It's going to be like people are going to be talking about it forever, for years. Chris is a great guy. I've talked with him. Looking forward to meeting him at Blade Show. He does this out of the goodness of his heart. He is really a selfless guy. Over time, you watch him, he almost seems like he's too good to be true. But over time, you see that he's just a really nice guy. He goes out of his way. So I want everybody to support. I want him to get a lot of people over to that video because he's putting in so much effort. Lots of people donating some pretty cool knives. I got one that I'm sending over there, but he's kind of keeping it anonymous, But yeah, mine's coming in. I think it's Monday. It's due there. I'm watching the tracking on that. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So check it out. That's the major giveaway. But then this one will be, like I said, the drawing for this. Comment on this video. Have all the qualifications. Now, if you're out of the country and you have somebody in the country that I can send it to, that sends it from them to you, no problem with that. All right, guys, that's it. And we'll talk again next Sunday, but I'll have more videos between now and then, so I will see you on the next one. Bye.